Hey guys, it's Derek and Anna.
Hi there.
We're back here at
We're back in Texas.
Yes, where it's nice and hot. Okay, so we're at our North 9th Street property that we've been showing you guys, and we finally started sheetrocking the garage. This is the first area that we're sheetrocking.
Because the garage doors are getting delivered on Tuesday, which means the garage has to be ready to go
So
to
we
have
can
the
paint.
garage doors installed.
Yep.
So we also are super excited because we have hired an amazing guy who's also our friend, Peter Krilla. Little plug for Peter right now.
Plug for Peter.
He built stores all over the world for Nike. So just a little job, right?
Yeah.
And he helps now to systemize people on smart sheets. And what we know about this process is that it's only as good as our systems, which our systems kind of suck right now because it's just the two of us.
Yeah.
And so most of it just lives in our head and back and forth to each other, which allows for nobody else to help us.
Yeah.
So
He's trying to get us to. We're trying to get to where we can work smarter and less fire drills, and that's the goal.
like the garage doors
Like the garage door.
that are coming in on Tuesday, whether we like it or not. So let's do a quick shot of the sheetrocking. This is looking like a modern
Looks great.
garage. It looks so good.
We kept the wood at the bottom.
Yep.
Because
Paneling, this is a better shot.
If you swing your car door open and you hit wood paneling, it's not a problem. If you hit sheetrock, it's a problem. So
Right.
that was intentional, and I
Yep.
think it's going to look really cool when it's all.
So remember this mint green because it will be.
Watch your shoe.
Your shoe.
You're fine.
Okay, good. You're not covered in paint. Remember this mint green because it's going to show up at the end of the video. So this is a video that I highly encourage you to watch all of because we have a question for you at the end.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Look at this. It looks amazing.
so we have replaced all of the subfloor that needed to be replaced because we had all this open for our plumbing.
Yeah.
The plumbing's all done. The electrical's all done.
Inspections done.
Yeah, we've passed all the inspections. So
We have one last one
all
for
the
HVAC.
all the insulation's done. So we're literally at a stage now where we can sheetrock and we can start putting in flooring.
Yes.
And I'm super proud of that because it's August 19th.
It's been.
And this was
This
a lot
is week 14 since we started
a
shooting
lot
the
of
video.
work to get to this point. So to be my favorite, I love this, all the work that goes into leading up to this point. But when you get sheetrock on the walls is when most of the homeowners or people that are watching these videos get more excited because
Yeah.
it really starts to feel like a home.
Yeah.
And that's the point that we're at.
Yes.
So next week's video, this should all be sheetrocked.
Oh my god, this is gonna look like a house
Yeah.
next week. It looks pretty good right now. Another thing I want to add is that while we were on vacation, we also had an awesome mold update.
Oh, yeah.
Where we are slated to pass our mold inspection. It's all been remediated.
Yeah,
the guy
we're
that
basically
did
going to
the
come in at the
inspection
very end after
said
we
great things about what we've done.
Yeah, after we've painted and sheetrocked and air conditioned this space, we'll come in and do a final air quality test.
Mm-hmm.
But we're expecting that to go very well. So
Yeah.
very good updates. We
Yeah.
actually wouldn't, none of this would be done if we still had
Right,
an
that's
issue,
why I
so,
wanted to point it
yeah.
out because all of this was able to be done because we made sure to get rid of all the mold, and that's been the biggest deal with this house, I think. The other stuff too.
Yeah. The most concerning.
The
just
most
'cause
concerning from a buyer perspective.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
from our perspective, yeah, because we
Yeah.
didn't know what we were dealing with, or
And it's our first time to deal with this kind of mold.
exactly.
This
So,
was, a lot.
so
Yeah.
we're very pleased with that. And
Okay.
it's hot in here, so let's get
Okay,
going.
so just real quick, I want to shoot right over here, Isaac, so you can see all this beautiful new plumbing. I also want to point out that most people that renovate homes do not replace the plumbing. So it's really impossible to compare this house to other homes in the historic district of Temple because nobody does this kind of renovation. A house that you are buying from 1955 here does not have new electrical, does not have new plumbing, does not have new HVAC, does not have a new roof. It may have some of those pieces, but it almost never has all of them. In fact, I would say never has all of them. So this is a really big deal. So I think this plumbing's super sexy. And then right there is where we are going to be color testing for what we're going to paint the inside of the house. So I'll probably get back to you guys next week with asking your opinions, but I haven't put them up on the board yet. We are going to get your opinion on the front door. So let's go over here. How are we on time, Isaac?
We are at 4:59.
Okay, good. Okay, so again, looking amazing. The sheetrock's not in, but it is ready to go in. So, a couple of questions that I want to know from you guys. So comment below. Does this get repainted but stay this beautiful minty green?
Well, it's definitely getting repainted.
Well, it's definitely getting repainted. Do we leave it this beautiful minty green, or do we go? We have two different options.
Let me just say, this house was
All mint green.
apart from the wood paneling that was left kind of brown, stained brown. Everything in this house was mint green. So not just this, but also the walls.
And it's really like a mint sage.
I mean, it's a beautiful green.
Mint is a strong word.
But we think that's too much. If we're not going to paint the whole house green. But this really
So we are
struck
thinking
both of
about
us.
keeping this the same.
Yeah, this really struck both of us when we walked into this house, and still does. So, do we leave this green,
Or we have an off-white. It's called Foggy Morning.
Mhm.
An off-white that's in kind of the gray family. Or we do have a darker gray. Are you thinking that? What's it called?
We do have a darker. So we're looking
We could
between this shade of green, a little bit a darker gray, not a dark gray, not like charcoal, but a darker gray, and then kind of a gray-based white, if you will.
Yeah.
It actually has a little bit of pink undertones
It does.
in it.
Which I think we may paint the entire house. So this could just be an accent all of the mint and green. But that leads us to the biggest question and the biggest
You got to come outside.
surprise.
You got to
Here,
come
you go
outside and then turn around.
Okay, you go outside, Isaac.
You go around.
Oh, I'm going outside too. Okay, here we go.
Y'all, we have a front door.
We have our front door. It's super exciting.
So the front door's in, and we've trimmed it and we've primed it, and we don't know. We're still debating what color. to
Yeah.
paint it.
So as you can see, if you shoot up right here, this kind of khaki beige color is all around the house, and it matches the windows, and it matches with what the house originally was. But the house also had mint green shades. Shades. Shutters, thank you. Shutters, and we've taken those off. So we have considered doing these columns on either side of the door, and possibly the door, but the door we may stain because it is mahogany, mint green. So we're thinking about carrying it outside just to give it a little bit of contrast. But we could go with, again, that kind of gray-based white or a dark gray. Anyway, we want to know your comments in the places below where
Let's
we're
go
posting
back and get a view of kind of
and then we're done.
Street view, because the outside has been painted. So apart from these columns that have not been wrapped yet, so they're not painted. But if you look at the house as a whole, the windows are in, they're trimmed, they're painted. All this, all the fascia and soffit with this dental molding, all complete. It's been painted.
Actually, let's walk over here
So-
because I think you can see better. The sun is really strong.
Watch this here. This is my new PVC water line, so the ground's a little soft because it's been torn up. Okay. Well, I was trying to do
I know, but I'm trying to give the color.
okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
So it's I forget what it's called.
do you want mint green? Do you want off white? Do you want dark gray? We want to know.
We want to know what you
Yeah,
think.
let us know. That's it for this week.
Okay. And
Let's
we
wrap
won't
it
tell
up.
you. We won't tell you where we stand on it, so we don't sway your opinion.
Yeah.
But we want to see who's going to win this.
Yeah. Do we have
All right.
different opinions? I thought we had the same opinion.
I don't know.
We're gonna
We'll
go
find
talk
out.
about
I
that.
guess we'll find out.
All
Okay.
right.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Thanks. Bye.